Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of blackboarding every map in BTD6. Today we are playing another beginner map, and it's going to be End of the Road. This is the next one after Logs. I know I already played Monkey Meadows, but we're going back to starting with the very last one and then going backwards. And we are ready to take on End of the Road on chimps. I'm going to be using Quincy today because I have a fun strategy that is revolved around the Dartling gun, and I'm just going to use Quincy as an early game hero. So I'm going to put him right about here. Hopefully he doesn't whiff. Oh man, as I say that he does, but surely later once he gets more arrows and quicker attack speed he might stop whiffing. But he's not whiffing on blues, so that's decent. But yeah, we are on End of the Road, and this is a perfect map for a Dartling gun. I have two Dartling tier 5s that I'm yet to use. One of them is the Mad, one of them is the Ray of Doom. I'm going to be using one of those upgrades today. I'm not sure which one just yet. Actually, I am, but I'm not going to reveal that until a little bit later. But the next thing I'm going to get is, well, I want to just save up into the Dartling gun, actually. And if we can do that, that would be lovely. Because I want to just go for Quincy, Dartling gun, and then buffing up the Dartling gun and getting some support options. So yeah, round 10 goes down, and I'm just going to put the Dartling to target the front of the track, and then get focus firing as soon as possible, so he can hit more of his darts on these balloons. And this should be enough for a pretty good early game carry. I do want to get an Ice Monkey eventually to Icicles for good balloon cleanup, but that'll probably be later. I just want to make sure I have enough to pop all the early game balloons. So I'm going to put an Ice here at the start and just get a 0, 1, 2 that is eventually going to become a Cryo Cannon and Icicles. But I'm hoping this is far enough away from Quincy where he's not hitting a lot of these frozen balloons. And then after that, I think I'm just going to go straight for Dartling gun upgrades. Another good thing about Quincy is I don't have to buy extra camo detection for 24, 33, and then some of the other rounds in the 30s. Because Quincy can pop all of the camos with his level 5 upgrade. I'm going to get Laser Shock for round 20. And then I think I'll just go into advanced targeting and faster barrel spin. The Dartling can also pop camos, so we're gonna have no issues there. But yeah, we got rounds like 22 that are starting to become a little bit troublesome. I was not expecting to struggle this early on, but here we are. And wow, we almost died around 23. So let's get faster barrel spin, and then hopefully, yeah, Quincy can get level 6 to where he's shooting 2 arrows at a time. And then hopefully that's enough to not struggle to the early game rounds anymore. The next thing I'd love to get is Laser Cannon. I think this allows me to pop frozen balloons. Yes, it does. So that'll be good synergy with the Ice Monkey. But we need some lead popping power because we do not have any currently. So I think for that, I'm going to get a Glue Gunner. And I'm going to get a 2, 1, 0 and put him on strong. This is kind of an unorthodox lead popping, but this will just kind of help slow down all the other balloons so that the Dartling can finish popping them. And we're going to continue saving up for this Laser Cannon. This is going to be one of the more obscure early games that I'm doing, but it is because these two towers are going to be support options for the save up into the Ray of Doom. So I thought I might as well be proactive with what I get for my early game. And now we're only $1,000 away from the Laser Cannon, and when we can afford that, we should just be good to go. Alright, round 33 is going to be no issue, and then we should be able to get Laser Cannon at the end of round 34, because that's a pretty good money round, kind of underrated. And yeah, mid round 34 we can get our Laser Cannon. Now we should be good to just save up into round 40. I think I'll just get Cryo Cannon and Icicles as soon as I can afford. And then after I have that, I'll start saving up for the Plasma Accelerator, which is about $12,700. So I'll see you guys right before round 40, but we should be enough, or we should have enough to beat round 40, so I'll just see you guys whenever we start needing to upgrade our defense. Alright, we are, wow, $2 away from Plasma Accelerator. So I'm going to lock it right into place where I want the Accelerator beam to be. And then we have a nice straight line for the Accelerator to hit tons and tons of balloons. But something that I did not really anticipate was a camo purple potential weakness. Because the only thing that can pop it right now is Quincy. So I'm just going to get a village here with Grove Locker and Radar Scanner. I'll get it up to Jungle Drums later, but for now I just want to save up into the Ray of Doom. But I think before that I need to get an Alchemist for the Plasma Accelerator just to be able to do a little bit more damage. And then get the Jungle Drums as well. And then we should be able to save up all the way into like maybe the early 80s with this setup. So I'm just going to buy the necessary upgrades to be able to complete this mid-game save up. Just a Jungle Drums village, and then I'll eventually get a stronger Stimulant Alchemist to buff up this Plasma Accelerator. And then now that the Icicles has camo detection, we should not struggle to purples, nor should we struggle to any white balloons or zebras. So let's start saving up. We might honestly not get back to regular gameplay until we're in the 80s. So I'm going to start speeding up the rest of this mid game, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, we've made it to round 80, and what I'm going to start doing now is guiding my Plasma Accelerator beam, because the Accelerator does more damage when it is, the tip of the beam is on whatever balloon is popping. So I'm going to use Quincy's level 3 as soon as I have it, and then just use the Plasma beam to take out the rest of round 80. What I'm going to do now is just get Glue Splatter, because I want to be able to glue most of the balloons, but I don't think I'll be needing to glue all of them since we have like the ice here as well. So when they start kind of coming back around, I think the ice is on first, so we should be fine. The reason I have the icicles is for rounds like this, so that no ceramics sneak through on the way back, because it's kind of hard to see when the Moabs are overlapping. Because we do need about $20,000 still, and we might not get that until around 84 or 85. It might actually take even longer, I'm not entirely sure, but it might be a little while. So for some reason we're doing better on 82 than we did on 81 with the regular BFBs, so I'm not quite sure about that. I'm going to use Quincy's level 3 now, just feel like it's at a good time. And the icicles should not let anything get through, especially paired with the glue. So let's see. Yeah, everything is okay so far. That was another about $4,000 in that round. Alright, we need this accelerator beam to put in work. But I think that's a good spot. And I'll put the beam right about here now. This should pop out all the Moabs. And yeah, if we were to lose to around like 83, I was going to be very, very worried. But no, we're doing okay. And let's see, we're about $10,000 off now. 84 shouldn't be an issue either. It's also not a $10,000 round. Let's use another Quincy level 3 just to pop the rest of these ceramics and Moabs. And now we are about $4,000 off. 85 shouldn't be too much of an issue. Because if we can beat one ZOMG, we should be able to beat 2. I'm going to start popping down the second one, but then we'll get the first one. And everything is a ceramic now, so I'll just kind of keep my beam here, pop both the ZOMG and the remaining ceramics at the same time. And there we go, we're about $700 off. So I'm just going to kind of keep my accelerator right about here. And let's see if we can hop down around 86. Actually, I'm not quite going to keep, or I'm not going to queue up my Dartling yet. I'm just going to go one BFB at a time. I don't think there's any need to complicate things. And then I think if we can get past 86, we can get the Ray of Doom. Whenever these pop into ceramics, I'm going to use the arrows. It's such a weak level 10, but it does allow me to get that Ray of Doom. Beautiful. I'm just going to keep the beam kind of right here in the middle. And this is where the destruction will come in. We have the jungle drums. We have our stronger stim. I don't think there's any other buffing towers for this thing. We're not going to struggle to pierce, that's for sure, so that's not really needed. I think now we just get support, so I'm going to get a Spike Storm, and this glue will eventually be turned into a glue strike. And then we're just going to get debuffers, slowers, and then round 100 damage, even though the Ray of Doom should probably be sufficient round 100 damage. And this is just so satisfying to watch. I even have the beam a little bit higher than the track, so it's kind of aiming down, but yeah, this is fun to watch, for sure. I'll keep the... Actually, let me get white hot spikes here. So we have our Spike Storm. I'll just let you guys watch the destruction. I don't think we need to buy anything else now that we have the Ray of Doom, but, you know, just to make life a little bit easier, I'll get a Glue Strike for the tougher rounds. I could even get like a, what's it called? The Bottom Path Mortar. Genuinely, I can't remember. Shattering Shells. Yeah, I could get Shattering Shells as well. But yeah, the Ray of Doom can even pop purples, so there's literally nothing else that I need. We have our Glue Strike. I guess I can get Jungle Drums. I can even get P Mentoring for the ability cooldown for the Glue Strike. I can even get multiple Glue Strikes. But yeah, now we have one Spike Storm. I guess I'll just get a second one, because I don't know what else to spend my money on. But I don't even think we're going to need it, to be honest. There is Spike Storm number 2. And we actually have $0, that's crazy. I can actually see how much round... So round 97 gives you... Oh, we're taking forever to pop Super Ceramics. $1,400. It's good to know. I'll use Glue Strike for 98 just to make it even faster of a kill. But I mean, nothing even makes it to the first half of the first bend. So this is the perfect Ray of Doom map. Alright, let's see how the round 99 DDTs are. Absolutely obliterated. And then we can use our Glue Strike, double Spike Storm for round 100, and the bad doesn't even make it over the first bend. That was fun. That's End of the Road with the Ray of Doom. And let's go over to our spreadsheet and knock it off the list, because this one is going to be a satisfying one. Alright, where's Ray of Doom? Here it is. Let's get that off, and then we used Quincy for the 3rd time. Let's make it like a dark green like this, and then we can make the text white. I think that's what I'll do for when I've used it 3 times. We still need to use Ben one more time. That's okay. We will use that soon, but I want to use it on a map where I can put it behind a... what's it called? I want to put it on a map where I can put it behind an obstacle, because then he won't eat up money with his siphon. And then we get some new insta-monkeys as well. I get another bottom path boat for farming. But yeah, there we go. Let's check out our black border as well on End of the Road. Very nice. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.